Hi, it's Andrea White, CEO of Elite Leadership Coaching by Andrea. Wanted to drop in three really quick tips today for my introverted professionals that are ready to move up in their career and may feel like their introverted personality may be holding them back. And so, first up, I want to say I am a huge introvert. I enjoy reading a book, being alone, watching movies, and I'm that way to this day. But I'm also have evolved over time because using these three tips has strengthened or helped me to sort of strengthen my personality that's needed to work well with others. And so, to elevate in your career, especially to enter into leadership, management, C suite level, you really have to be able to work well with others. And so, while I am currently still a huge introvert, I do well in front of large crowds. I'm very comfortable on stage, great keynote presenter, workshop facilitator. I can work in teams, lead teams, and it hasn't always been that way. So I wanted to share three really quick tips for introverted professionals that are ready to move along in their career just a little bit. So the first tip that I have is first, you have to make a mindset shift. And so, in order to be able to do the next two tips that I'm going to share with you, you first have to decide that you're ready, willing, and able to do the work, to be able to sort of highlight some additional strengths of yours and put aside some of your introverted personality to get ahead. So, first, mindset shift, attitude shift, make up your mind, you're ready to do something a little bit different. Doesn't mean that you have to be somebody other than who you are. It just means you have to probably use and play up some strengths that you may be sort of holding back on and suppressing right now. So, first tip, mindset and attitude shift. Second tip is to think about as you meet new people, you enter into networking spaces, you enter into, job fair spaces, etc. You want to think about how you can be of service to others. And so, early in my career, before I really understood how to use my introversion for good, I would enter into networking spaces, and my first thought was, oh God, like, please don't let anybody ask me a million questions. Please don't make me have to talk about myself for 20 minutes straight. Like, that's not going to work. Please don't make me do it. And so, after I made sort of a mindset shift and realized to be able to move along in my career, I really had to play up some strengths. One of the second thing that I really did that worked really well is I thought about how I could position and present myself as someone that could be of service to others. And so I had a really quick introduction, for myself, a quick introduction about my role and position. And then I would turn the conversation to the other person in terms of, what's your role, what's your position. And then I would be able to add to the conversation any skills, knowledge, resources, people in my network that could be able to help the other person, and just in a natural way, not making an assumption that everybody needs my help or everybody is in need of service from me. But in a natural kind of way, if there was a really good connect in terms of my skills, knowledge, resources, people in my network that I could share with the other person, that allowed the other person to do a lot of the talking, and I could just participate in the conversation based on the assets in my own network. So, how can you serve others is the second tip. The third tip is actually inside of tip number two, and that is asking the right questions. And so, being able to figure out how to be of service to others, you have to know what questions to ask as well. And so, that can be realized by understanding what spaces you're going into, if it's a networking opportunity, what other types of professionals are there. If it's a job fair, of course, understanding what companies are going to be there, having a really quick elevator pitch about yourself, about your skills, and then asking the question, based on what I've shared with you, what's your impression or what are your thoughts about how I can be of value to you or to the company X, Y, and Z. So those are three really quick tips that can get you on your way to using your introversion for good, to be able to move along in your career. And once you sort of master those three tips, you'll begin to become more comfortable in different settings, meeting new people, being in large crowds, and understanding sort of how to work the room. So, those are three foundational tips to get you started. If you are an introverted professional that is ready to elevate in your career, move into management and leadership, and effectively inspire and motivate others toward a business or professional goal. So that's all I have for you today. I hope that that's helpful. If you are interested in creating your own personal plan for career elevation, please feel free to go to my personal calendar at bit.ly. It's a bit.ly link / free elite call. And I would be happy to provide 3 easy strategies that you can implement immediately for career elevation. So until next time,